We're here with Google Cloud Security at RSA 2025. My name is Scott Fujiwara. I'm the Cybersecurity Partner Program Lead with Google Public Sector. I'm joined today by Jeremiah Salzberg, CDW's Chief Security Technologist. Jeremiah, welcome.
Thank you much. Yeah, I'm Jeremiah Salzberg. I've been in security about 30 years. I've been a pen tester, incident responder, all the way to sitting in that CISO seat. And so I have a great broad perspective on cybersecurity and where it's been and where it's grown.
Excellent. Well, today we wanted to talk a little bit about cloud adoption for government agencies and some of the risk factors that they need to consider as they move to cloud. And as we've seen, we know a lot of government agencies are starting to move to cloud, moving workloads, also moving cloud services. What are some of the common services that you've seen moving to cloud?
Yeah, I think with the advent of FedRAMP, we've seen a lot more adoption of anything that's able to be put into a FedRAMP certified cloud environment. So workloads, obviously workforce access, email, everything else is being moved to cloud environments. This is something that obviously the commercial sector has been doing for a very long time. And it's obviously time for government to start moving there as well, as long as it's done in a secure manner.
Absolutely. Well, unfortunately, as we've seen government organizations and commercial organizations moving to cloud, we've seen adversaries starting to evolve their techniques and their methodologies to start exploiting some of those cloud vulnerabilities. Tell us a little bit about what kinds of actor groups you've seen going after our government customers, and what are some of the common methodologies that they're using? Are we typically seeing, are they financially motivated, or are these nation-state actors that target government customers?
No, we're certainly seeing both nation-state actors. We're seeing nation-state actors that are also interested in gaining money, like North Korea. We've seen quite a bit where they're attacking our environments and asking for ransoms to help fund other activities they're doing. So it's definitely a mix, but the one thing that we've seen is that all of these groups are incredibly talented. We have some really amazing groups out there with great capabilities. I always admired tradecraft. I'm not saying they're good. They're just very good at what they do, right? And so some of the attacks we're seeing are extremely advanced. But at the same time, we're seeing a lot of basic attacks that continue to work. We see attacks against identity. We see attacks against cloud configurations, which is still a major issue. One of the biggest breaches we've seen was due to misconfiguration and cloud configuration. So a lot of the same sort of security issues we have in a normal environment are all the same we have in the cloud, but there's a little bit more with the configuration in other areas we have to protect.
Excellent. So you talked a little bit about the actors that are going after government customers. What guidance can you give our government customers that are looking to adopt cloud services?
Yeah, I think defense in depth, right? There's no one tool that is going to solve all of your issues. You need to protect both everything that is run in a cloud environment in a traditional fashion. So you need to have security on devices. You need to have network security. You need to be looking at the cloud configuration security. There's multiple layers you need to be looking at. And so you need to be looking at defense in depth for any environment, but I think especially in a cloud environment. And I think that becomes especially important. The more important workloads that you put up into a cloud, the more important you have to truly secure them.
Well, Jeremiah, I really appreciate the conversation today. I'm really excited about the relationship or the partnership that we're putting together between CDW and Google Cloud Security, especially in our joint mission to protect government customers in the public sector. If anybody has questions about the joint solutions that CDW and Google Cloud have to offer, please reach out to either your public sector account manager or your CDW account manager.